Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jaden Chase. And if you're new, remember to like, to share, and also to subscribe. Now, Leoda Bradshaw and her cousin Roland Balfour, the only two remaining murder accused, who have either not been given a plea deal or they are just not standing responsibility for the crimes they have committed. Now, their defense attorneys said that they wanted details about the confession, about the two potential testimonies from eyewitnesses, the other individuals who were co-accused along with Balfour and Bradshaw, who have confessed and have since been sentenced. Let me come here from lawyers and attorneys representing both individuals, both Bradshaw and her cousin, and they will continue the reasoning. Look and listen.
We got particulars about their sentence and that they were fairly relevant to the proceedings that are still ongoing. We have since got disclosure of material coming from them, and what we have asked for is disclosure of what transpired in court. Their credibility is an issue, the circumstances under which the statements came to be given, their plea deal, because you heard the sentences, and they are quite on the low side for this type of offense. So it was, we thought, obvious on the face of the record that there was a plea deal. The Crown conceded that there was an arrangement and that it was done pursuant to legislation, and that the record of the entire proceedings, inclusive of the transcript, is sealed. It being sealed by a judge of the court, there would be a process that we would need to go through. The judge today was mindful of the actions of her sister judge and would not wish to sit in appeal of that decision, which would be inappropriate of her, because she was not present for she doesn't understand the circumstances. So it is now for us to seek to get those records which we think would be relevant to the handling of these two potential witnesses in court if and when they come to the evidence. We have already received notice that the Crown intends to rely on them, and we are of the view that anything touching and concerning them, their credibility, and how they came to give statements while accused persons is relevant to their evidence. They would have given these statements, and we wish to understand.
What is the process you intend to take next to access these?
It would require us asking for, even to ask the judge who made the order. I would not wish to go into the process here. I would not wish to discuss the process here.
But it's a matter that you'll deal with right here at the Supreme Court.
It's a matter that we would wish to deal with here first. I'm not sure myself what happened. Today in court, as the Crown responded, was when I got an understanding as to what had transpired. I knew that something had happened, that counsel had been asked to leave, and that the DDP made press statements. I thought in light of her press statements, if you're talking to the press, you could certainly speak to the persons who are impacted by what you have done, in addition to the individuals who are, of course, serving their sentence. And we were told, no, this...
How do you think it might affect the case should you not get the files?
I'm not going to speculate as to how it may affect. Our intention is to try and put ourselves in the best position that we can in order to have a fair trial, and the courts here recognize that disclosure is relevant and essential to a fair trial. I understand that there are concerns about how the information is treated. We recognize that there would, of course, need to be care in the handling of materials such as this. I'm very mindful, and you're aware of that, in how I treat the information I get. It's given to me for a particular purpose. It's not for me to share with the public. It's for me to prepare myself so that we can be the best possible as we go forward in representing our client. The charge is a very serious one. We're charged with capital murder. And in these circumstances, we're of the view that every effort should be made to put the defense in the best position that it can be, so that the persons can say that they have had a process that was procedurally fair.
Now, clearly, these attorneys are just doing their jobs. But some are saying them should have tell them clients that based upon the evidence against them, the fact that 4 of them go do something, 2 of them confess already, take plea deal, and have already been sentenced. And these two individuals will be state witnesses. They're going to give testimony in an open court against these other two. Isn't this clearly a case where them can't win? As a matter of fact, some have said that if this had happened overseas, or places in North America, where she's a Navy officer, in a certain state, I would have capital punishment for what take place. Capital punishment. All who confess that probably get life, and everybody else, capital punishment. Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Now, also making headlines today, one UK mayor from Barking has stepped in to help out the Jamaican state in training and skill certification for adverse youth. I'm going to say what I want, and they will contain the reason. Look and listen.
In England, we have to follow protocol. So we have to know that we have to go train and we have to come back in the room and say, this is what we can do. And it's only by when you have to make sure your counselor are equipped that they can deliver themselves. So when they meet residents, they can say, this is what we're going to do, and this is the funding we're going to need, and we have to work with them.
Today we want to have a few tours that there's areas that I was saying to you before that we have twin with Germany and also Lakeland in the United States. Those two are our sister city, and we are looking forward that we will have further discussion that we can develop such a relationship to share best practices between the Portmore City Municipality and Market and now, today we have a long day. The mayor plans to stay with us up until 2 o'clock. And I know Councillor Douglas is where to go because that's the section of Portmore you were living, and he claimed that we have to focus on Waterford. So we listen to him. But the deputy mayor will say, not only Waterford, we are going to the college in Portmore, and that is within his division. Alright? So you are going to 2 divisions this month for us to look at the institutions that are there and what they have.
All councillors have to go to training. So each and every councillor, the 51 councillors, they have to do training to make sure we know the specialties they would like to go into. So we can know how to work funds so that we can build our country, our community. And when we say no one is left behind, if you are, at the moment, Barking and Dagenham is taking a lot of people in because we have to open our doors to diversity. And we have to prove that diversity means a lot to us. And England is not like first time when you can say because you're white and you rule the place. No, we come in as Jamaicans, we come in as Asians. We stamp our life. So what we have to do, we have to make things that we can say that we are educated enough, that we can suggest things that can make money, that we can fund our community.
That's what I follow. Based on those best practices, and just wonder how those knowledge can be passed on to us, like the training counselors, and the initiative of renting spaces that you earn your own for financing. Some of those knowledge passed on to us so that we here can start to practice some of those.
You can do me privately, and I can come back, if you want me to come back, to show you how to do things privately. Because when you have a counselor, you have to train them. You know, you have to tell them how you want this to work. In England, we have to follow protocol. So we have to know that we have to go train and we have to come back into the room and say, this is what we can do. So for example,
now in another video, we'll definitely continue what was said. But if you're new to the channel, just pass through, click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and boost a share. And tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, check out the reasoning, and also join the discussion. The comment section of 24/7, it never lack it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours, I want to live, love, and prosper. I want to stay tuned.